Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and the rest of the world. But I always say before I continue, I love to send my condolence to the nations that are fighting war unnecessarily, killing humans like themselves. All for what? Power, land, water, and policy. Why are we destroying each other? You only have one life, one body, one opportunity on earth. Let's make it great. Work together and save humanity. We have learned from many wars in the past, especially World War I and World War II. Millions of people have lost their life. Many nations face devastation, hunger, starvation by every direction, famine. Today, we are seeing in modern India, they have division of religion and race problem. We have seen it in Pakistan, in Africa. We have seen it in Europe now, Canada, Australia, and the United States of America. Well, forget the Caribbean, the great-grandchildren of slavery, who ruled the Caribbean, always have a chip on their shoulder, like the blacks who came out 100 years ago from Africa as the slave trade. But before I continue into that dimension, I want to ask my learned brothers and sisters in the African diaspora and elsewhere, the historians, what is slavery? God Almighty make us all. He says He provides for the bird in the air, but from thy sweat we shall eat bread. Now, He didn't give us a cup of water, a cup of coffee, a cup of milk or soda, or a little honey, jelly, not butter or cheese, but just bread from thy sweat. Isn't that slavery in a sense? But that is God, isn't it? So we cannot question Him, and we can't. But you have to understand what it means. If from thy sweat you shall live, it means you have to fucking labor. You cannot sit down and other people work and you are getting handouts and robbing and raping and killing. And when my black brothers talk about that, they have to go back into the Bible because they love God more than any other nation. And He said that, which means we came to be a laborer. But then the European entered the shore of Africa between the 12th and 13th century. But slavery was there before by the Arab and the same African descendant, which we are all a part of, according to the historian and Adam and Eve, if they were black. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to labor in order to survive and to live in any part of the world. The reason that things that happened between the European and the African nation is a language barrier. And knowing that you can't speak the language and they can't speak yours, they put up a school to teach you their own while they learn yours. Then they give you a church. And then you say Jesus was black, but they give you a white Jesus. It is not the color of the painting of the man. It's the message that I've sent, what you learn from it. Do unto others as you like them do unto you. In modern time, in the lands of Africa today, all your leaders wear three-piece suit, military uniforms. And all of them want a jet to fly around. They want BMW. They want, you name it. They come off of donkey, horse, and camel, mules and others. Today, we are condemning the European about slavery. Every bloody nation was a slave, sometime or the other, either to their own or to others. Think what the Moors have done in Spain. But we must not look back so far to bring it forward unless we are ready to go through the problem. Today, who benefit from slave trade in the African diaspora? Some of you are pilots, doctors, scientists, and I'm going to keep repeating it, teachers, philosophers, great singers, basketball players, soccer players, boxers making millions and billions and trillions impossible. An actress, did you send anything back to Africa to help your ancestors? link? No. You hate them. You said they sold you. That was not what happened. If you and your brother can't get along before he kill you, he give you the white man. He give the white man the garbage, he said. Today you survive it. Today you are traveling and go out to Africa. You want to go to bed with your sisters. You live in America and the West Indies. You have 5 and 6 wives and don't even want to take responsibility for your children even in America. And every time you humiliate the European, but the white man. Take what you all have done to other races in the Caribbean and especially in Guyana and Trinidad. When you all rule it and you all are talking. Well, let's get back to something great now that in Georgetown, Guyana. I have lived through the 60s. And between the Indian and blacks, there were uncle, auntie, brothers, and sisters. It wasn't black man and Indian man and coolie man, or black woman or coolie woman. It was auntie, uncle, buddy, and sissy. And that was the respect until come Judas the Carrot as Teddy Jagan, Burnham as Barabbas, and you all should thank Guyana, the Portuguese, who joined the coalition with Burnham that y'all would not kill out. And what happened in the 60s to the Indians on the 80 days or 90 days strike? It was done by John F. Kennedy, CIA, because Dr. Jagan, the coolie man, want to go to communists. And Burnham and he was together. You see, Guyana, them was together. Okay? Brindley Ben, and many have passed. But nevertheless, the son of Guyana, the late Walter Rodney, was murdered by both leaders. Whether you all like it or not, and if you're going to charge me for that, Burnham and Jagan got to be there. If you can't bring them from the resurrection, then there will be no case. So it's not a situation. Right, Bharat? Right, Ali? Well, let's come back to today. I was made to understand, and it's alleged, that Mr. Muhammad was arrested and taken to Sparrandam police station and locked up for 4 hours. It's alleged. I quite agree that the police should have to carry out your order because what comes down you have to carry out. But I kindly ask y'all and the army not to get involved when your president, Mr. Ali, and it's alleged, was accused for 19 counts and is the fucking president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Now they say that Mr. Muhammad been accused for some murder with somebody named Paper Sharks. It sounds like a story. But even though it happens by the young man lost his life by Tower Hotel, it's alleged, my greatest condolence goes out to the family. But what amazed me, when Mr. Muhammad's name was called, it's alleged, many politicians in the PPP and some talk show hosts defend Mr. Muhammad. It was not him, even members of the police force. Years have passed, and now he was a colleague of all of them. He was there with Bharat, according to information is alleged. Ali, he contributed to the political party millions of dollars for the last election. They claim he bring in cars and he didn't pay the right duty. And yes, he was with them, as everybody are claiming it's alleged. Suddenly, when he started to help the school and start to help the innocent people who are poor, he was told he cannot do it. But the president's wife, on Christmas, it's alleged, was sharing out things. Hypocrites. Come on, Ali, if you're a Muslim, close the Quran, and may Allah forgive your brother. I have met many whores in the world, but I never go to bed with them. Because the virus they kill could wipe a nation out. And if you happens to be in their shoes, acting that way with 19 counts on your head and be the president, then if Allah allows such a crime, depends what is the crime, then you are lucky, you better than Jesus. Because Jesus didn't get a chance. He had to go on the cross. Muhammad didn't get a chance. He had to go to war. But nevertheless, I have nothing against you, because I'm not the judge. But what amazed me, you are going around as the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. You must be more polite. You must be diplomatic. And especially what you've done in the UN and BBC in England was not called for. Burnham may have had his ways, but he know how to speak. A little honey on your tongue could have conquered the world. But while saying that, let's come back to reality. Why suddenly now they are claiming that Mr. Mohammed was involved in the death, and is alleged, of paper shots and want to lock him up? Then they accuse him not paying the right tax on the vehicle then by GRA, and he come in. Well, I have an advice for all agencies that run by the Guyana government, whether PNC, APNU, or PPP. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a right to carry out an order, but you also have a right to protect yourself, your friends, and family. I call upon the military and the police force to unite, and all civil servants. Enough is enough. We had enough of Burnham and his bourgeoisie way and Dr. Jagan. We have lost many great men. Vincent Tika, the great Walter Rodney, who unite Indian and black, bringing the nation together with people's power, no dictator. And he was murdered by the two. Where is Burnham and Jagan today? Ladies and gentlemen, it is your future at stake. The red clothes you are wearing as Indian backing the PPP was a call for the uprising in the 60s as a communist link. So if Mr. Bharat and Ali don't know that, wake up Ali, wake up Bharat, get rid of the fucking color, because we all would have been killed if Digar did not join with Burnham. Burnham and Digar was the savior of the nation, that today we celebrate dependence, which we call independence. How can an Indian from India and a blacks from Africa claim a country when you're claiming emancipation? Are you sure it's emancipation or the day of arrival? Where is your Amerindian? Where is the mixed race? Where's the Portuguese and Chinese? You, the young generation, stop being fooled by fucking politicians. They go around keeping parties, shaking hands, giving you clothes, sweet talk, and they go to hell. They are nothing but vultures living off of your blood and your future. Mr. Ben, speak about treason. I wonder sometimes, does he understand the meaning of treason? If your neighbor is helping you, your father is kicking you, your mother is being beaten, your children are being raped, but your neighbor comes to your rescue, you will still hug your father? It's time to kill that bastard. And I mean it. It's time to kill that bastard, because he did not deserve a family. So what had happened to you, Indian and other race under the late Fast Burnham, should not have happened when Venezuela opened up the country and gave 120,000 Guyanese land to build house. Now I heard Mr. Ali said 50,000 house lots. But Burnham's daughter get the back of the garden. And many friends and family get land. According to information, it's alleged. The court system is run by corrupt politicians and businessmen, bribe. With that, I call upon the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. The Americans send the Jews to Palestine. And today, Palestine in tyranny. Death every second. And the Jews also are being attacked by the great children of the Palestinians are rebelling. If I could have turned back the clock, I would have rather have the Jews in Guyana. It would have been developed a long time ago. Because there's good and bad in every nation. Friends, I heard a lot. I am nothing against Ali, Bharat, or PPP. But Mr. Bharat Jagdeo, Anil Nandalal, and Mr. Ali, and the Prime Minister Philip, please, you are selling your soul for nothing. Where is Burnham and Jagan and Digar? They all died. Only the other day, Bihari of Nigeria died. He went to the grave in a white cotton and an underwear. That's all. My friends, no matter what you teach, you can't take it with you. You have one life. one body and a short time on earth. How suddenly Mr. Mohammed is being locked up or detained for 4 hours at Sparrowdown Police Station. The commander must answer who tell him to do that, because you, the police, got to carry out your job. But I have a message. In the right government, all stations will be summoned with the commander to speak about the corruption who set them up, which businessman bribe you. And I call upon the international community not to give political asylum to no politician. And a list of some corrupt businessmen from Sheriff Street to Canaan, the Essecubo, and Berbice, and Georgetown. I have a list of it. But I always say, once you don't trouble me, I don't care what you do. Don't do me wrong, because we are all dead fucking people. I know y'all could kill by sending the ignorant black man to lock up, beat, and kill, because you may keep them hungry. And they have no ambition, but they have wife and children. They have family. Where are they going to be going? We have to do like the Parsi in Jamaica. You kill mine, we kill yours. Or the Arab in Saudi Arabia, the Iranis, the Libyans, the Egyptians, or like the Jews. You kidnap mine, we can kidnap yours. But where would it put all two of us if we continue killing each other? Come on, Barrett. Well, you got plenty fucking gods, so you don't know which is the right one. But come on, Ali. You got one God, Allah, and Muhammad is your messenger. How many gods you serve, man? Are you selling your soul for a position on a dollar bill? How sudden Mr. Mohammed is being charged or being told that he will be charged for the death of paper shorts when he was defended by the police department and ministers in government and some talk show host in the past. And how he owed the tax of GRA when the cars are out for approximately 4 or 5 years on the street, when all of you was sharing on champagne and drinking. And now because he's running against you, y'all going against him. Y'all are worse than the thief of the unknown to the place they killed. You shake hands with him, you're worse than fucking Judas. You parasite, you hypocrites. I know a lot of you, oh, we will hurt him. Look at this flag. Let me show you all again, Barrett. Ali, when the ambassador was there before he changed that Priya Manichan insult and the woman take over, she happens to be a diplomat, a servant of this flag. She laughed and talked with y'all. But she know that y'all were hypocrites. She knows the training. And don't believe the United States is watching you. Where y'all going, man? I got a list. How much properties some of you own? How much money? And I was asked not to release it yet. But I'm not the one too involved in that. They're the people behind us. All right? I know a young man never to commit a crime. Was accused of a crime by Providence police. Locked up because the police want $1 million bribe. Well, that man, we don't pay bribe and he don't pay bribe. They lock him up. He was on bail. He was arrested at the court going to do a business at the ministry downstairs. And they arrest him, lock him up, put the jail in fire. He get up, then they take him to Mary, strip him naked, and beat him. We have the name of the judge, the police, where you're doing your job. We have the name of the woman who wanted him to be tripped and beat. Where y'all go with y'all fucking children, you hypocrites? And some of you living out here, Queens, Brooklyn, Georgia, Atlanta, come on, Chicago, Florida, and some of you in there. Look, let me hold back because we got a list. But you see these hands? They are clean. So I call upon any Guyanese. Nobody can tell you who to support. If you want to vote for Mohammed and you think he's doing right, that is your fucking business. And if you feel Mohammed is the answer to your civilization and your future, it is your business also. And no police have a right to harass you. You all have cameras. Video the thugs. Get their face. And if the police stand up and can't do their job, then you have to defend yourself by any means necessary. If not, put the election over. Y'all could call for treason against me. I am a citizen of this fucking country. And Donald J. Trump is my president. And instead of go to Gaza and ask to take Gaza and a piece of Ukraine, he should take Guyana, because Guyana belongs to America. Y'all are only fucking overseers, carrying the name as president. Come up with this bullshit. And I said again, nothing personal. But every police who take advantage of an innocent man, woman, or child, your days are coming. Any judge who lock up a magistrate, innocent people, your days are coming. And if you're dead, we shall dig your grave up and rise you to try your family. The Arab are doing the right thing. Do you know how many people in Iran was killed when they overthrow the Shah? Do you know how much people in Syria was killed when Bashir ran away $160 billion into Russia? Do you know in Nigeria, when Bashir ran away with all that money, 10 billion in Swiss bank? Do you know how much of his family and friends disappeared, all in the police and military? We don't want that in Guyana. We are a young nation. So Indian and blacks, others, Amerindian alike, unite. Know your business. And when you go to the poll station, if you want to vote for Mr. Mohammed, I think it's time to try something new. And since they call him all this corruption, a young black boy telling you if you vote for he look at my money robbing the nation, he go rob if he there. That guy's an asshole. Burnham and the PPP are rob more than Ali if Ali's a robber. That's alleged. Anyhow, no hard feelings. I'm a Guyanese and I'm coming. And you could arrest me at the airport, Barrett, Ali, Norton, and Mr. Ben. I hope you know all of your name and list of close friends and family. We have it and the department have it. Because these hands are clean, but that same embassy and others, their hands are clean. Have a good day.